and Wentz. You know, Don, they certainly wanted their brethren in the Rascals tray to capture the X-Division championship.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, how you folks doing? I am so sorry that I'm a tiny little bit late. We are live with Impact Wrestling. Welcome everybody to the show. And we've already begun here, underway. This match is about to begin. We've got ourselves the Desi Hit Squad here against the Rascals. Welcome everybody to the show. My name is Conman167, and I'm super excited to be here live with you guys here today. Hopefully we're going to have ourselves a good show. Hopefully the fallout of Impact Wrestling's Hard to Kill on Sunday will answer a lot of the questions that the world has regarding Tessa Blanchard. Tonight, we get a sit-down interview with the new world champion in Tessa Blanchard. So that is going to be a must-see program here tonight. But Reno Scum is also here tonight, everybody. Welcome to the show. But it is now time, everyone, to get ready to get rolling, because it's time for that Conman certified roll call. So who do we got in here today? We got ourselves CCS. How you doing, my friend? We got NYC Mac, how you doing, my friend? We got Christian Vega, welcome my friend to the stream. We got Night Gaming, we got MC Black Moan, we got Shane the Gamer up in here. We got Waleed Hijaz, welcome buddy, welcome. We got Matthew Minot, we got Marcus Ryan, we got Sad Verk up in here. We got the expletive deleting guy, I don't know, your name sounds or doesn't make any sense. Brian Schaefer, how you doing, my friend? We got Matthew Grantland, we got Karmveer Singh up in here as well. We've also got Jeffrey Weir, we got D Crimes, Carlos167, welcome to the stream. So who's TJP got here? So TJP, but oh, Daga. Okay, so Daga is going to be the person, the tag team partner for TJP here tonight. Welcome everybody once again here to Impact Wrestling. For some reason my Twitch stream is, I don't know on with the Twitch stream. Give me 2 seconds here, guys. Everybody. I apologize that we're having some technical issues here at the start of the show. We good? Think we're good now, everybody. Hopefully. Everything looks solid. Okay, can you guys see me? Can everybody hear me? Is everything going good? Can you guys hear what Conman is saying? I sure hope so. Okay.
What does that mean exactly, John? Lucha style rules means that you don't have to be tagged into the match. If somebody goes to the outside, you then can enter the ring. It makes for a much faster paced match.
Interesting. So, right now, everybody, it seems like we are going to have a Lucha-style tag team match here. A fatal four-way tag team match. However, all the people are inside the ring. Now, I don't have all their photos quite yet, everybody. I know that I said I was going to try to get all the photos set up for this week. However, Conman got a little sidetracked here today. Not unfortunately, but one of the reasons that I wasn't able to get all the photos set up for today is that today is actually my 2-year anniversary with my girlfriend, Becca. We've been together for 2 years as of today. We went out, celebrated, we had some drinks with dinner, so if I seem like I'm a little bit off at times here, it is because Conman had 2 beers. That's all I gotta say. He's not drunk, but Conman is certainly in a very interesting place at the very current moment. But nice little senton right there, as we don't get to put these photos up on the screen of these superstars, but a nice little uppercut there from the Rascals member to TJP, a former WWE superstar who's picked up a lot of tattoos, but has he picked up any more skill since his time in the WWE? The former Cruiserweight champion, the inaugural Cruiserweight champion of the modern day in WWE. No worries there, Steve Taylor. But welcome, everybody. It's nice to see you guys tuning into the show here once again. Later tonight, though, there is going to be a lot more to talk about. Right now, this is a fun opening Lucha-style match. For me personally, Lucha-style rules don't interest me at all. They never have. They never will. I like tags in matches. You guys know that from the show that I used to have with Hold the Rope, right? I like tags in my matches. And Lucha-style rules, eliminate the need for tags. So it's not a thing that I'm normally a fan of. Classic tag team style rules or tornado style rules. Don't mix the two, in my opinion. Anyways, that's what I think. 2 beers, lightweight much, Con. Yo, I think that's a personal shot right at me, Lou Dog, right there. I'm gonna say that you don't know the size of the beers. 2 beers from a restaurant. Draft beers taste good, but they get you a little bit of a buzz, you know. Just a tiny bit of one, not much. Right there into the corner, though. Nice move. And I believe Reno Scum, I don't know the names of all the superstars quite yet, so when there's 8 people in the ring like this, it takes a little bit to learn who everybody is. Daga just leaped in over the top rope, thus meaning he is the legal man.
Here's what I love about Daga. You'll get guys from AAA who are strictly luchadors. Daga wrestles lucha libre, he wrestles American style, he wrestles...
Oh, what a knee from Reno Scum and a nice German suplex. Double stomp right to the chest. Here's the cover, count of 2, but broken up by the Rascals teammate. Oh boy. Thank you very much, Leroy Dominiques. I appreciate it so much, my friend. My stream delay is way down, is it? Well, that's really good news if it's way down. Personally, I don't think it has anything to do with the fact that my stream is delayed. What I actually think it is I think it is Sportsnet 360, the streaming software that I use to watch Monday Night Raw and Friday Night SmackDown. They tend to be about 30 seconds behind, and then when you add on like the 30-second delay that is here with YouTube as well, it wasn't a good combo. So that is why we're kind of delayed with Monday Night Raw live streams, and that's why we're delayed with Friday Night SmackDown live streams. Because that stupid delay that Canada has here, and especially the delay that Sportsnet 360 has online. Daga, though, with a beautiful offense, but he just got hit from behind from the Desi Hit Squad member, and here comes the big man, the dude who looks like Jason Momoa. Again, I forget his name. I actually don't know any of the names of most of these people here in this matchup at the current moment, but I will learn. I will learn them. Daga has been a man who has been impressing me a little bit more, and it looks like he's going to continue to be pushed here in Impact Wrestling. Nice flying knee there from the Desi Hit Squad member, and now Jason Momoa lookalike here lifts TJP up. He looks like he skips him right down to the ground. Now he's going to scoop down his opponent. Sorry, his tag team partner into his opponent. And TJP is struggling here early on. But it's nice to see you guys all back in here once again.
You thought he was older?
Yes, NYC Mac, TJP is in Impact Wrestling. He's always been an interesting superstar. You know, TJP, he looks like he can get a lot done inside the ring, and he does have a lot of talent, and he's a very good performer. But the one thing that TJP lacked within the WWE was the ability to truly connect with the crowd. And it's interesting with TJP because he is a superstar who feels like he should be a big, hot baby face, but you don't want to root for him, right? You know, I don't think it has nothing to do with his talent level, because TJP is truly phenomenal in the ring. He is really, really talented. This wrecking ball dropping kick is a proof of his talent. Now he gets hit down there from the Reno Scum member, but TJP, he's not a likable superstar. He's not. And I never liked him truly in the WWE. Like, I respected his in-ring work, but as a character, he's not a guy who ever really made me want to root for him. He's a good heel, right? I think he's a good natural heel. The way that he looks, the way that he acts, the way that he presents himself in the ring, it all has very heel characteristics. That's what I'm talking about there with TJP. How you doing, Wally Jazz and Conman167 over there in the Twitch chat? Great to see some people watching on Twitch. Remember, guys, if you watch on Twitch, we have the ability... Oh my god, nice little moonsault there over the top rope with the help of Desi Hit Squad member. Now back inside the ring. He goes to take him around the town with a German suplex. Daga back inside the ring, though. Off the ropes, Daga. Oh, Daga, what? He just did something weird there. Knee to the midsection. Daga hits him with another knee. Daga double stomp right to the back of the head of the Desi Hit Squad member, and he eats a super kick to the face as well. Dogga, what a deadlift, man. Turns him around, inside out, power bomb, deadlift style 2. Desi Hit Squad member kicks out, but it was also broken up by the Rascals member. All the way up, Rascals gonna fly. Senton delivered off the top rope, but there's another. What the hell was that? What in the world was that? Oh my god, but he gets planted in the mat by Reno Scum. One of the members there, but here comes Jason Momoa look-alike as he clotheslines him over the top rope.
He really is.
Ripcord. Oh my god, ripcord knee. What a spine buster. 2, it's over. Wow.
So congratulations to the Daisy Hit Squad. They pick up the win. And Don and I talked earlier about the fact that the winning team tonight will put themselves in a position to perhaps challenge the North for the World Tag Team titles.
That was really good.
To all the fans here at ringside.
That was really, really good.
Pick up the win. We got a lot happening.
Jamie Todd says, Con, what you can do is everyone watching you on Twitch can watch the show when you host it, but they can also stay typing in your chat while they watch it because it's still on your channel. Wait, what? Sorry, I'm so confused. Jamie Todd, Con, what you can do is everyone watching you on Twitch can watch the show when you host it, but they can also stay typing in your chat. But does that mean that it would replace my live stream going out? I don't want it to be replaced by Impact's actual live stream. I know I can host their live stream on my channel and people will be able to see it, sort of thing, but that's not. I still want my live streams to be put out there, and I don't think there's any way we can do that. Here's Moose.
I prove to you
If I'm
and
wrong,
the world
and I apologize if I'm wrong.
that I'm the walking legend. And tonight, in the world's most famous 2300 arena, I prove once again that I'm the greatest multi-sport athlete of all time. You see, I step into the ring against 3 great competitors. One being Fowler Bar, but truth be told, Fowler, I beat you twice, so there's no way that I'm worried about you.
Okay.
Ace Austin, you're a fast rising talent. In fact, you're the Impact X Division champion. But truth be told, Ace, I'm out your division. I'm bigger than your division.
Wow.
Eddie Edwards, the man I used to call my best friend. You're actually the only man in this match that I should be worried about. You know a lot about me. In fact, you're a former Impact World Champion. But I beat you in more than one occasion. And tonight, I beat you again because I am the legend known as Moose.
Good promo. I mean, good promo, right? Can't go wrong with that one. Thing is, Moose isn't, from what I've seen so far, Moose isn't overly the most impressive talker. I think that's a very fair thing to say. It sounds like he's very slow in his promo deliveries, and he's very methodical in the way that he delivers it. But doesn't mean it's bad, right? As long as you can convey your message and you can convey it clearly and you don't confuse your audience. That's the big thing, right? Moose sounded okay there, just a little slow. I saw somebody here, who was it? It was Cannabot. Cannabot says, Moose trying too hard on the mic. His lips get in the way. Wow, actually, sorry. I apologize that I just read that one out loud. That's not the comment that I thought it was. I truly apologize that I just read that out loud. That's actually a terrible comment. I can't believe I just read that out loud. I really apologize. Jamie, no, who was it? Somebody said Moose needs a manager. Oh, okay, so it was Cannabot as well. He says Moose needs a manager to talk for him. So I can agree with that one. I can agree with that part, that Moose does probably need a manager, and he could he could seem like a pretty big deal. Now, I don't really truly know where his standing is in Impact. I don't know if he's being groomed to be like the next big guy, or if he's just already been there and he's just kind of an established talent inside of Impact Wrestling. I know for a while that Moose was on the radar of WWE, and I know that he was on the radar of other wrestling companies as well. So he's a very talented man. There's no question about that. I've heard some mixed reviews on his personal life, and I've heard some other issues potentially that have went on. I don't know too much about it, so I'm just speaking out of speculation, obviously, whatever. But as an in-ring talent, you know, he seems like he's a big man who can fly, who can get it done, and maybe he's being groomed to be something pretty big. Jamie Todd says, what if Impact and WWE and AEW pay-per-view air at the same time? Well, we wouldn't really have to worry about an AEW pay-per-view airing on Sundays as they air them on Saturdays. Impact Wrestling and WWE being aired on the same day is there's potential there, but the fact of the matter is that Impact runs 4 pay-per-views per year, and I can bet your ass they do not want to run one of those 4 pay-per-views per year on a day that WWE has already a pay-per-view booked. That would be very stupid from their end, right? Especially if you're trying to get people to buy $40 just from the price tag alone, the $40 pay-per-view. It's WWE's is $10, right? That's where people are going to go. It's cheaper to watch WWE's, and it is technically better talent, and technically better matches, and definitely better production value, you know? So you're going to spend your money more so there. This is not a knock on Impact Wrestling. So they're definitely just going to try to avoid placing their pay-per-views on the same day as WWE, because that would just be suicide for the pay-per-view. Buy rates would be way lower than they probably should be, and it would not be good for the company. I'm excited to get back here to Impact Wrestling, though. We're just waiting for Melissa Santos, the Impact Wrestling Twitch host, if you will, who kind of controls the commercial breaks over there and talks to the fans. It's a neat way to promote your show, you know, to talk about the storylines that are going on and everything. But Impact Wrestling, once again, if you're looking for somebody to truly learn your product and to talk about it as a fan through a fan experience, come calling to Conman. I will gladly take Impact Wrestling's commercial show into the future. Abso-freaking-lutely. Come calling to me.
Exclusive sit-down interview with the brand new Impact Wrestling World Champion.
That's just me if I'm throwing that out there, you know, if they want somebody to do it, because hey, some people have this knack for interacting with people online, and I don't know. The Conman community seems pretty strong. We could probably break down everything that went down in Impact Wrestling. I'd have to do a lot more research on it though, but I could get there. Sod Verk says Conman for Impact GM. I don't think people would take me seriously if I came to the ring. Can you just imagine? All right, like this is the setting right now. It is the lights go out. Impact Wrestling says, and your new general manager is. Lights go out.
Promotion House of Hardcore will take you to the historic 2300 Arena in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania.
It's Conman. You're like, what? Who is this? Who is this weird ass white kid on my screen? Why the hell do I care who he is? That's what Impact. It would be the silentest reaction ever in the world. It would be more silent than, I don't even know, what is one of the biggest letdowns WWE has had in a long time. It'd be more silent in that arena than when Brock Lesnar beat the streak. Nobody would care. You'd be fine, not like Impact is a credible company. I disagree with that statement right there. Impact Wrestling, it has credibility to it, you know? Like, the talent that is there is not chumps, right? They've got some good talent. I think, though, where the issue lies is Impact's name has been dragged through the mud over the last, 5 years? It's been viewed as the knockoff company. It's been viewed as the secondary company. It's been viewed as the place of the misfits who can't fit in anywhere else. You know, that's what it's kind of got a reputation for at this point in its career, if you will. But that's just not true anymore. Yes, unfortunately, there is still that vibe going on, that there's a lot of superstars there that feel like they are there because they can't land a job in other companies. But there is also a lot of superstars there that when you look at them, you say, these are superstars that I bet you a lot of other companies would love to have. And that's the difference, right? Impact Wrestling is no longer just the land of the misfits. There's actually a lot of good talent there, a lot of up-and-coming talent, as they've started to invest into the future. And you know what? I think that's what Impact Wrestling needs to realize that they're at this current point. They need to invest in their future. Here's Ace Austin, one of their hot talents.
Hard to kill. Whether they like it or not, I'm the face of this franchise now, so if they want a Wife Swapper sequel, they're gonna pay. Nope, just take care of it, because that's what you do, and I'm gonna go do what I do. Okay? Yeah, thanks. All right. I guess you're looking for a comment about the four-way tonight? Okay, fine. Ace is up.
It was Bash at the Brewery. It was OVE versus Rich Swann, Tessa Blanchard, Brian Cage, and Willie Mack. And watch right there as the knee buckled. Rich would tell me later that he thought his entire leg exploded.
Oh, man. All right. Ice Michigan says, Jim Cornette said Impact is wrestlers' last resort. No. I would not say that. I would say independent bookings is wrestlers' last resort. Any gymnasium that is willing to book any name that might draw 20 people, that's a wrestler's last resort. Impact Wrestling is... it's an interesting company at this current point, right? Because I feel like they have a lot more to give to this world of wrestling, right? There's more to give than what they already have, and that what they've already given us is a lot of years of great wrestling and a lot of great talent to come through. But it certainly feels like it feels like it went down for a while and it became wrestlers' last resort where they worked, but then it swung up. Then you started getting people like Ethan Page. Then you started getting people like Josh Alexander. Then you started getting people like Ace Austin. Then you started getting people like Trey. Then the Rascals formed. And all of a sudden, your wrestling looks really good. Your women's division built up. I mean, Jordynne Grace is a great talent. She can make money anywhere. And I mean, I truly mean that. Jordynne Grace, when I saw her wrestle this past Sunday at Hard to Kill, like I've seen a few of her matches before, but that was one of those matches where I watched from start to finish, entrance, bell to bell, not knowing what goes on. And she impressed the living hell out of me. I thought she was really good. I thought she was really quite good and really talented, and brought a sense of realism. And just her look, just the straight up look, this jacked up woman with the name Big Mama Pump, you know, there's talent there, and they choose to stay in Impact Wrestling. You know, Brian Cage I mean, I know the reports out there are saying that Brian Cage has signed to AEW, and now the reports are being taken back saying he hasn't signed with AEW because Melissa Santos said that he hasn't signed with AEW. I'm still thinking that he is signed with AEW. And you know what? If that is the case, then Impact Wrestling needs to realize that they are going to be the breeding grounds for AEW. They are going to be the breeding grounds for WWE, and potentially going to be the alternative to New Japan Pro Wrestling. I think that is the greatest way to kind of see Impact Wrestling. No, they do not have the audience that New Japan Pro Wrestling has, thus they do not have the money that New Japan Pro Wrestling has. But what they do have is they do have a North American fan base who is very aware of the local independent talent, thus meaning it is a great stopping point for a lot of talent on their way to bigger and better things. Here's Willie Mack.
What?
What?
I can't keep doing this.
Hell no, bro. Hell no. Hell no. Hell no. You're not gonna sit here and tell me
you gonna act like a failure right now because guess what, Willie? You are not, bruh. 2-on-1, numbers game. What's gonna happen? But let me tell you something, bruh. You had the Impact Wrestling fans. You had the whole wrestling world tonight, hard to kill, thinking that you were going single-handedly win the Impact.
No way, that's really quite cool, Steve.
Championships for us. Anytime you're feeling down, I want you to go back and look at this performance at Hard to Kill. Because god dang it, Willie, you are the man. You are one of the best in this goddamn industry, and I'm glad to call you a tag team partner, my brother. And guess what? When this is healed, 100%, me and you together, there ain't no stopping us, and I know damn well we can win them tag team championships. Cool. Brother, me and you to the end, my brother.
Thanks, dog. Oh,
me and you to the end.
I need to hear something like that, cause
yo, it's all right, my man. It's all right. We gonna get this.
Hell yeah.
Man, Willie Mack and Rich Swann are a lovable tag team. Let me tell you something. That is a lovable tag team. Ice Michigan asking me, can someone answer me, is he live for Bash at the Beach? I don't believe so. When is Bash at the Beach? What company is it? I don't know. Oh my, wow. There was a lot of skin being shown right there. A lot of skin. Rob Van Dam's girlfriend, whatever her name is wearing a very, very skimpy bikini. Extremely. We might be having a live sex celebration between Rob Van Dam and whatever this girl's name is. What's her name again? If you guys can fill me in here on the chat. I think it's Katie Forbes, correct? Katie Forbes. Yeah, that's it. Demarius Galadny, how you doing, my friend? Welcome to the live stream. It is great to see you. But everybody, if you have not done so now, please make sure you leave a like on this video. Also making sure you are subscribed to the channel. Anyways, guys, also, I want to say this right now, which is kind of cool. Steve Taylor brought up Grimm, or GTS Wrestling, right? Grimm's Toy Show. Yeah, so Grimm, anyways. I had my first interaction with Grimm ever. The first time I had ever interacted with him through Twitter today was kind of cool. Let me pull up the Twitter interaction. It was very simple and very slight. You know, there's absolutely nothing else going on with it. No drama, nothing like that. But what is kind of cool is just how it went about. So if you take a look right here, hey, I voted for myself. Don't tell no one. I voted for myself. Okay, I wanted to see the results. So Tom Brady Hater says, Conman167 Grimm's Toy Show and Wrestling Days is a friendship that the world never expected to become of it. USA, Canada, and England coming together for their love of wrestling, but the question is, who is better? Now, I personally didn't give two craps about who was better. I just wanted to see the results. That's why I clicked on it, sort of thing, once it kind of started going. But I didn't really see this poll until Grimm replied. That's when I got the notification. And Grimm then said, that's not a question good friends ask. We are all awesome in our own way, which I thought was kind of neat. Replied with, absolutely agree, nothing but respect for Days and Grimm. And I was like, okay, that is really quite neat. And then we got a nice little like there from good old Grimm and a follow back. So Grimm, buddy, if you're ever looking maybe for a commentator, maybe for a person who wants to step foot into this business a little more. I hear that you're starting to get GTS Wrestling off the ground. That has been doing well. Well, maybe you want a commentator. I don't know. Conman wants to get his feet wet. Get into the business a little bit. Hit me up, man. Oh, boy. But, yeah, I honestly, I haven't watched GTS Wrestling, though, so I will have to get caught up on that if I was to do that. You know, Conman cheap plugs everywhere. That's what I got to do. Demarius Galadny says, I love GTS Wrestling. Well, there you go. There you go. Tony Stark says, here's the impact cycle. Showered with titles, signed to a new company, job on your final match. Which, you know, if you are an not an independent company, but if you are not a main company, chances are wrestlers are going to be using your platform as a stepping stone, right? Oh, anyways, here is Eddie Edwards. Let's get this back to it.
A pay-per-view, an event named for me, for Eddie Edwards. It would be hard to kill. Hard to kill Eddie Edwards. And that hard to kill, it was myself against the unbreakable one, Michael Elgin. Toe to toe, blow for blow, tit for tat, chop for head, clothesline. We threw it all out there. And in the end, I won back my color shot trophy. And Elgin, I've seen it, I've heard it, you've been bitch. Please, Eddie Edwards tapped out. I know what you think happened. In the end, you can say whatever you want, you can write whatever you want. It doesn't matter because I don't care what you think happened. What did happen is I came out on top and I won back my trophy. And tonight, here we are, Philadelphia, lovely Philadelphia, the home of the extreme arena, the most extreme arena in the world. What better way to stay on the winning track than right here in Philadelphia. Tonight, myself, Falaba, my old friend Moose, and my old pal Ace Austin. Tonight, I continue my winning ways in Philadelphia the only way I know how. A little bit extreme. And in the end, this trophy will lead me to a championship.
Eddie Edwards always so passionate. That was one of the matches.
Very, very neat, guys. Again, I'm gonna say this. I know Impact Wrestling has been having some massive controversy surrounding it right now. I mean, of course, right? Of course, as soon as Conman starts streaming it, of course there's a controversy, and then of course I'm gonna have to be the one who talks about it because who else streams Impact Wrestling? Actually, apparently Wrestling Days does now as well. But yeah, who else is going to be streaming it? So Conman's got to talk about it, right? And the controversy surrounding Tessa Blanchard. It doesn't look good for Tessa. It doesn't look good. I'm gonna say this right now. I spent the entire day basically on Sunday basically saying we can't jump on any bandwagon, any hate train, anything until all the information is out there. It's not all out there, but it mostly is. From what I can make of the situation. Anyways, what I can think of this this whole situation is that it seems that the incident that the entire world is talking about, the incident where Tessa Blanchard spat on an opponent of a person of color and proceeded to call her the N-word. That is the situation, and that is a very, very serious situation. There is also a bunch of other reports and allegations going out there that she had bullied a bunch of people in Japan, and bullied people like Chelsea Green, who is in the WWE, bullied others to the point where they left the company. And here's where I gotta say about that. It seems that apparently the hatchet was buried between Tessa Blanchard and, I forget her name, I apologize that I am not reporting this 100% correctly, but whoever the person was that she did spat on, apparently that they had talked previously and they amended all of that. Does that make it right? No. Does that make it okay? No. Do I forgive her? No, not really. Does that show her true colors? Absolutely. Did Impact Wrestling make a bit of a racist, their Impact World Champion? Yeah, it certainly seems that way. She denied it, right? And it's very unfortunate, but it's the way that it should be. If one person is able to, or like multiple people are able to say online that you did this, and if you deny it, right, through online, you have every right to deny it. If it comes out that you denied it and it happened, well then guess what? You're even a bigger piece of shit. And it certainly seems like every arrow is pointing towards her being a piece of shit. Again, not everything is out there, right? And that's what I'm trying really, really hard not to let what the situation seems like cloud my judgment before I truly say that, yeah, this is what happened. Because there's no statement. We're supposed to get an interview with Tessa Blanchard tonight. I don't think anything's going to be really addressed with that interview. I think it's going to be storyline based, and I think Impact Wrestling is going to try to push it underneath the rug.
I might have set a record. It only took me 8 seconds to take it out. It's
very, very touchy at this moment, and again, it's starting to seem certainly like that incident happened. If I can say this right now, if it came out tomorrow that all the bullying allegations were real and just that one isolated incident of the racial slur was not real, right? If that was a thing that was fabricated somewhere or something like that, I think I could get over it, or at least embrace Tessa Blanchard as like a heel. I wouldn't want to annex her from wrestling. You know, if you're gonna annex wrestlers from wrestling because of bullying, yeah, they're pieces of shit, but guess what? That makes them a good heel then, and you can push them as a heel so fans want to see them get beat. That is a thing that can happen. If she is in fact a racist, if she is in fact done this stuff to people of color where it is absolutely disgustful, distasteful, and flat out wrong, then no, she should be annexed from the company, and I truly mean that. I don't care how good she is. You know, if that is truly how she treated somebody, a person of color, you know, I wouldn't want that as my champion, right? Again, though, this is just how I want more information out there. I want the final full story out there before I can truly say what my mindset is. I am trying so hard not to let all of the stuff going on Twitter, the outrage, all of that, not letting it affect my mindset until it is truly, the story is out there, the whole story, not just 6 tweets, right? That's all I gotta say.
Of course, there's Katie Forbes. Of course, there's the
that's really all I got to say anymore. And I know that it's a very touchy subject, and I know that it upset a lot of people on Sunday, you know, talking about it. But it's out there, right? It's unfortunate. And here's the thing: when we start talking about these lower level companies, not saying Impact is a low level company, but it's certainly lower than AEW and certainly lower than WWE. Those are tough situations that they get put in because they got to draw money, right? But at the same time, if you support the wrong stuff, it's disgusting and it's a bad look on you. Here's Rob Van Dam.
He loses a lot.
Oh, sorry, sharp pick. I think you misunderstood me. I said it certainly seems like she is a piece of shit, but like again, I'm not going to make my final judgment until all of that stuff gets out there. If you're a bullying person and that is true, you're still a piece of shit, right? Anyways, though, here's Rob Van Dam.
The reason for it. Every day is a party, man. That's how you're supposed to live. I'm not trying to imply that this particular celebration tonight is not special. No, it's very special. We're celebrating a huge
God, are they gonna have a live sex scene?
Because RVD, the whole effing show, put a stop to the machine, right? I mean, that big macho, mechanical, muscle-headed muchacho.
Baby.
Hey, baby.
Why are you talking about
She
Brian
is
Cage
nearly nude. I think even a
and
little bit of
wrestling?
nip is showing.
Who?
We should be living in the now.
I agree.
There
And
is
the
some
only
nip
person
showing there.
you should
Guys,
be
this
worried
is
about
not
wrestling
rated PG.
Is me.
I gotta admit, you got a point there.
Hey, popping the bubbly. This is
nice, baby.
Oh,
I mean,
they had to blur her boob
They
out.
hate me just because I have a sensitive life.
Nip is literally showing, so they had to blur her boob out.
Okay.
Oh my God.
Oh. Don't be mad at me
Oh,
because you
I'm
don't have
blur
my
it out even
life.
more.
I mean, you can try to live vicariously through me.
This is what I'm
just
seeing here,
enjoying
guys,
being
right now. This is what we're
RVD as you
seeing.
would
Look
as
at it.
well.
What is going
Still
on right now?
Crushing it in the ring.
What even
right?
is this?
Ooh, making more money than everybody else in the dressing room because I'm the whole effing show. I have a smoking hot girl. My smoking hot girl.
Now the other nip is
has
showing.
A smoking hot girl.
Rob, you know my name.
Oh, no,
Yes,
no,
I
RVD's
do.
got 2 girls.
Hey.
Hey.
Yes, I do. But they don't. Marks, meet Jennifer.
There's Jennifer.
Ooh.
Whoa, RVD kisses
Happy
Jennifer?
celebration.
Hey.
To the victor goes the spoils.
He's making out with Jennifer. And now they're all making out.
You know what? I feel a little overdressed.
What?
We should
You're
put
not
on something more
overdressed.
comfortable.
I can
Do
literally
it.
see off your nip right now.
Something more comfortable.
Yeah.
Ooh. Ooh, ooh.
What?
I mean, hey, you guys chose your life. You know what I mean? I mean, when you think about it, you really are living vicariously through me every time you watch wrestling. You know why? Yes, you do know why. Because that's basically what pro wrestling is nowadays. It's a tribute to RVD. From the first match to the last, doing all of my moves. Well, not all my moves. I'm sure it's very confusing for
He's
you
covered
marks
in lipstick.
to watch me
Oh my
progress
God, this
throughout
is
life,
ridiculous. He's
getting
covered
better
in
and better
lipstick.
all the time. I mean, you grew up watching me. I know that. How could it not be confusing? I mean, to you and the way that you understand life. All you Al Bundys out there that peaked back in high school football. A lot of you guys think that I was at my best way back in ECW.
Now he's got whipped cream. Oh, what the? She's literally topless with whipped cream on the nip. What the hell? Oh my God, whipped cream
weren't
falling
even
off of
born yet.
off of Jessica.
Winning. So here's the takeaway. Just because I like to party doesn't mean you shouldn't take me seriously.
What the hell is going on? Look at freaking art. What is going on?
Off that
This is
rose
not PG.
Van Dam. Yeah. And without that Rob Van.
We are currently experiencing technical difficulties. While we attempt to resolve the issue, please enjoy this classic footage from the Impact Plus app.
What is now going on? What is going on now on my TV screen? What RVD? What? No. What? This is so freaking weird. I thought I clicked on Twitch tonight. I didn't think I clicked on Pornhub. Wow. What the hell did I just watch? That was...
Oh my God. I don't know. Anyway, okay guys, so before we...
What did I just watch on Impact Wrestling?
Breaking news just came in from Twitter. One of the most violent pay-per-views is back. Impact partners with Border City Wrestling on March 28th in Windsor, Ontario, Canada, to bring you lockdown.
I don't know what to say. What the hell was that? That honestly, Edge's live sex celebration was one thing. That was just like RVD's three-way. I don't even know what else to say. That was like one of the most ridiculous over-the-top segments I have ever seen, and I loved every second of it. That was so... That was so out there. I don't know what to say. Let me put this right now out on Twitter saying that was one of the most bizarre, funny, and creepy segments I have ever seen. What did I just watch? Hashtag RVD. Hashtag Impact. Is it Impact? What's their Impact Wrestling? Is that their hashtag? I'm not entirely sure. I think it's just Impact. There we go, guys. Anyways, head on over to twitter.com/Conman167 and just let me know right there. Anyways, guys, that is going to be one of the most ridiculous segments I have ever seen. Again, head on over to Twitter. Just let me know if you thought that was a good segment or not, and just make sure you favorite and retweet the latest tweet. It's right there. But also, everybody, if you have not done so, please make sure you leave a like on this video. Also, making sure you are subscribed to the channel. Jason Hong says, enough internet for today, Conman. Well, it certainly seems that way. The internet today just, it seems like it just killed Conman. That's for sure. Suop says that RVD was living his life, Con. Well, a little bit. He's living a good life, I'll tell you that much. If you're able to find two beautiful, thick women like that, well, then, you know, you just do what you got to do. RVD living his best life. And apparently we're all living vicariously through the Rob Van Dam, the whole effing show. I don't know about that, but I'm sure some people are. Also, remember, everybody, if you are enjoying this show, make sure once again you leave a like on this video, making sure you are subscribed, and then come on over to Conman Reacts, drop a subscription over there. Here's Tessa Blanchard.
Champion Tessa Blanchard, who's here in Nashville.
Or sorry, she's just getting she's getting dolled up. She's got the look of like a heel turn tonight. I'm gonna call it. Tessa Blanchard turns heel tonight. Okay, I think this sit-down interview is the beginning of the heel turn. There is too much heat on her for them not to turn her heel, right? Again, I'm going to say this much. Impact Wrestling needed to take a swing, right? And if this Tessa Blanchard thing comes back to bite them in the ass, which it very well could, like, it very well could be the final nail in the coffin sort of thing. But they had to go swinging. They had to take a chance. They had to go all in on Tessa Blanchard because, let's face it, they had nothing else standing out from their company. They had no other traction for the company. Sami Callihan wasn't truly doing it in terms of getting it over with the casual audience and bringing more eyes to the product. Tessa Blanchard's story will put more eyes on the product, and as much as you don't want to see all these stories come out, if it is the catalyst that turns her heel, it's going to be a good heel character. Again, it's until everything comes out, it's so tough to say and talk about Tessa Blanchard because we just don't know what's going on. But Impact Wrestling, it was a now or never moment. They couldn't wait till the next pay-per-view, that's for sure. It truly was a now or never moment that they had to strike with Tessa Blanchard, and they made the decision to go all in with it, right? They very easily could have had Sami Callihan beat her again and continued with Sami Callihan as the world champion. It was Impact Wrestling who chose to make this decision. They were very much aware of all of the rumors and speculation going on online with Tessa Blanchard, right? They were very aware before the show. They made their choice. So, you either go down with the ship or it sails you to better waters. We'll find out here with how Impact Wrestling navigates these rough seas at the moment. Yeah, also everybody, I'm I'm a little disappointed that Madman Fulton lost to Ken Shamrock this past Sunday. It looked like maybe Madman Fulton's arm was truly injured, and if that's the case, Madman Fulton he probably just had to tap out in order for the match to give the heat to Ken Shamrock or something like that. But it is a very weird moment when a monster that you're trying to build up in the form of Madman Fulton loses, tapping out to Ken Shamrock, a 55-year-old man. I thought that was a very poor booking decision, if that was the booking decision they chose to go with. If it was an audible, if they had to call it while the match was going on because of the injury, then I totally understand. If they knew Madman Fulton was going to be out for a long time, like if they saw that shoulder and were like, A's out, well then they had to make the audible. But here's Ken Shamrock.
I thought I was going to go too, because when I studied him and I was training to get ready to work against him, I knew one thing: he was big, he was strong, he was very athletic. And so it took away a lot of my weapons that I have on most people, because I'm very athletic, I'm very strong. So those were two things he was definitely better than me. So I had to come up with a plan. I had to be quicker and I had to be smarter. And the smartness comes from the submissions, being able to outposition him and being able to get in the right position when he was slamming me and throwing me around, that I was able to counter it with submission holds. That's what I was able to do out there to hold him off. Yeah, like I said, it went exactly how I thought. It wasn't going to be pretty. It wasn't going to be one of those things you see guys countering each other back and forth. It looked smooth. For us, it was a big-time strong wrestler, a beast, and with Fulton and myself just basically out-thinking him and out-maneuvering him. So it was exactly how I thought it was going to go. Other than I was hoping I would win, and I was pretty confident I was going to, but again, getting a win is very difficult here. So I'm very happy I walked out with the win. But again, like I said, it was kind of what I expected. Well, when I talked about outthinking him, one of the things that I think that he's made a mistake was basically kind of teaming up with Sami. Because Sami allows him to blow up and get out of control and use that beast thing. But when you do that, you don't think either. So he has all the talent in the world to be a tremendous wrestler. But with Sami Callihan in his corner, all he's doing is confusing this guy into turning aggression and anger into an advantage for him, when all it's doing is basically, it's an advantage for Sami, because Sami doesn't care whether he wins or loses. All Sami cares about is whether or not he takes the attention off of Sami so he can get the win. Cool. He doesn't care what happens to Fulton after he does that. So I think if he breaks off from Sami, man, he's got a tremendous skills and a tremendous future. But as long as he's with Sami, I think he's going to always be second. I really haven't thought past tonight. This was a big match for me. Like I said, Fulton is a beast, man. He's strong. He's a great wrestler. He moves well. Very athletic, big guy, man. So for me to get this win is a big deal. So right now, I haven't even thought past tonight. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go home, visit my family, have some fun, relax a little bit, and let's see what happens.
Jarrett up in the corner. Angle charges in, and he went shoulder first into the corner. You heard the gasp from the crowd.
So we're having a flashback moment of the week right now. Angle versus Jeff Jarrett. That's freaking awesome. Inside the six-sided ring. So very, very neat. Old school Impact Wrestling. Back in the day when I actually watched it. Good question, Randy Pala. Conman, who is the best WWE wrestler to never hold the world title? Oh, frig, that's tough.
Just when he went for it, you see that low blow, that kick between the legs by Angle. I'll tell you what, Jeff Jarrett wound up, and the fact that he wanted to hit him so hard is what
Mr. Perfect? Is that a good answer? I think so. The best wrestler to never hold a world title, Mr. Perfect. Is that a very sound answer? I think so.
Slow to recover.
Trying to think who else, like, in the WWE. I don't know. Mr. Perfect, man. Also loved Wade Barrett. It's too damn bad that Bad News Barrett, Wade Barrett, whatever, never captured a world title. Owen Hart's a good name for sure. Owen Hart's a good name as well. For that. Yeah, I think we're down to basically Owen Hart and Mr. Perfect, correct?
My God, what a shot to the head.
Yeah. I'm gonna say final answer. Yeah, for me, Mr. Perfect. Yeah, Mr. Perfect. I'm gonna go Mr. Perfect. He's the final answer right there. I think that's a very sound answer there. Owen Hart's a very good one as well. Here's something that I need to do. I have not been graced by too many Owen Hart matches. I have not seen too many of them. I've seen glimpses of some of them. I've seen it in passing. I've never truly sat down and watched for an extended period of time Owen Hart's career. It's just before the era where I've truly started to pay attention and moved on forwards from, right? That's just dating before where I started watching wrestling, really. Dating before I would truly be interested in learning the history, right? So there's a lot of history Conman still has to learn. I need to go back to, like, that whole golden age of WWE with Mr. Perfect, Jake the Snake, $1 Million Man, etc., 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 and learn more of that history of the WWE and see more actual matches from back then. And if I can do that, then, man, I'm going to have a lot more wrestling knowledge to talk about. It is something that I'm always trying to consume. It is something that I'm always trying to learn, right? But now that we've got Impact Wrestling, these flashback moments of the week are great for me because it shows what happened, how this company got to where they are today. I mean, I know personally I stopped watching Impact Wrestling for about 7 years straight. And I'm like, well, why did I stop watching? Well, we're going to see it. We're going to find out. It probably has something to do with the fact that it got very weird when Bischoff and Hogan came in. Just got weird, right? There was no longer any intrigue for me to want to watch it. The superstars that I really enjoyed were gone. Motor City Machine Guns, I can't remember if they were still there or not, but they were essentially off the card at that point. Yeah. What was my favorite TNA match? Oh God. Can I even give you a single match? I don't know if I can. I feel like when I was watching Impact Wrestling, I didn't watch it. You know, I didn't truly understand or respect what it is that I was watching at the time. And I think that's, again, another very fair statement as a kid. I would have been... How old would I have been? 2005 is when I started watching wrestling in the WWE. That means I would have started watching Impact Wrestling between the age of... What's grade 8? 2008. That is 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Okay, so... Probably started watching Impact Wrestling around either 2007 or 2008, and I would have continued watching it until about 2009, which is when I stopped watching Impact Wrestling, when I got into high school. Yeah, there we go. The X Division, yeah, the X Division was amazing, but I don't think that once again, I don't think I truly watched Impact Wrestling. I watched it in the background. Sometimes I didn't follow week in and week out storylines like I did for WWE. I think it was just one of those things that was on a Thursday night on Spike TV, I want to say, and I would throw it on occasionally. Let me ask you guys this, though. When did you start watching wrestling? And I don't mean just, oh, hang on. But let me know in the comments right now. When did you start watching wrestling?
What they're into now is this gaming. They're big gamers. Well, I'll tell you what, the Swing
Johnny Swinger,
Man,
everybody.
He's a gamer now, Daddy. Woo! Hey, darling. You're pretty good with that joystick. You want to come over here and get the high score?
You know that game isn't even on, right?
I'll turn you on, Toots. Uncle Ted. Woo!
That was weird. Uh-oh! Oh no, everyone. Uh-oh. No, oh my God. Uh-oh. No, 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 no. Oh, everybody. It's time for a little penis party. It's time for Joey Ryan. Oh, God. Oh, Joey Ryan is here, everybody. Joey Ryan versus Johnny Swinger, and this one is gonna happen. It's gonna happen. All right. Definitely not trying to crap all over it, but it's gonna happen. Here we go. This is, you know what though, I gotta be honest here. When I'm watching Impact Wrestling, I don't care about the about truly every booking decision. Sure, I'm going to speak up if it's a little weird or whatever, but overall, I don't truly care about the booking decisions. I just want the show to be entertaining. If you can entertain me for 2 hours on my Tuesday night, you have done your job, and you've done a damn good job of it. Then, you know, we watch WWE so much that we want something different. And I think that's what Impact can really, really strive to be. They can strive to be that company that wrestling fans watch when there's no other wrestling on. And I think that's okay. You know, like, if you're the company that airs on the days that people don't have wrestling, people are going to watch it. People are going to tune in. And if you can put forward some decent TV and prove to be a good breeding ground and maybe start working on your development of superstars so that they can go on to become bigger stars elsewhere as well, and just provide that nice little filter to the wrestling world, Impact Wrestling will be around for a long, long, long time. If they could essentially be the OHL/AHL of the wrestling world, developing superstars for tomorrow, you've got a good future there, right? And it can also be one of those stopping grounds for superstars on their way out of their career, because on your way out, you still want to give back to the business. And just because you get released by WWE or let's say AEW because you can't cut it there anymore, it doesn't mean that people aren't willing to pay to see your name. Right? There's a lot of people who will be willing to pay to see Rob Van Dam in his current incarnation at Impact Wrestling because it's Rob Van Dam. You know, it's the history. It's the fact that he is over with the fans, and he is truly over, meaning that people are willing to still pay money to see him. So you can get a lot of characters and a lot of people on the uptick, and you can get a lot of characters and a lot of people on the downward spiral, and that makes a perfect middle ground in Impact Wrestling. You can have these up-and-coming stars be put over by the stars of yesteryear, and next thing you know, it's a good breeding ground and it's a good vibe. And then WWE can come in and occasionally pick one of their top talents. AEW can come in and occasionally pick one of their top talents. New Japan can come in occasionally and pick one of their top talents. And it becomes this place where the wrestlers want to work their ass off to get their name known. I think that's what Impact Wrestling has to be. I can't think of any other way that they will thrive and develop a great system for years and years to come. I don't think they can compete with the likes of WWE or AEW anymore. I don't even think they're on par with competing with New Japan Pro Wrestling in terms of their market that they already captured. Are they bigger than Ring of Honor? That's the big question. I would say that they're right there with them, if not even just below Ring of Honor at this current point. So keep developing your stars, keep working towards the future Impact Wrestling, keep pushing the boundaries, keep trying to figure out something that is going to set you apart from the competition. Because right now, you've got another viewer back, right? And you've got 106 watching now. I know it's not great numbers in here at this moment, but there's a lot of superstars and there's a lot of people that want to still watch Impact Wrestling. And if it's done right, it'll be entertaining. Anyways, though, let's take a look right here. We've got ourselves Johnny Swinger versus Joey Ryan.
Exclusive matches that went down this past Sunday at the Bomb Factory in Dallas, Texas, including this one between.
What's your guys' thoughts on Johnny Swinger?
Johnny Swinger and Joey Ryan. You know, I stand corrected down from what I said.
Need some honest thoughts right there in the chat.
Joey Ryan, perhaps the sleaziest wrestler in the world. Swinger's a little sleazy too.
What are you talking about?
Well, he's attempted to put things in people's drinks. He has.
He's attempted to put things in people's drinks. Yes, he has. He's tried to drug people. I mean, Johnny Swinger is a very weird character.
Any port in a storm. Hey, listen, when I was in Connecticut in 1997, I mean, that's where you went to the toilet in people's luggage.
He's got
a standard operating procedure.
He has 5 bandanas.
One sec.
Absolutely agree. Nothing but respect for Days and Grim
And I was like, okay, that is really quite neat. And then we got a nice little like there from good old Grim and a follow back. So, Grim, buddy, if you're ever looking, maybe for a commentator, maybe for a person who wants to step foot into this business a little more, I hear that you're starting to get GTS wrestling off the ground that has been doing well. Well, maybe you want a commentator. I don't know. Conman wants to get his feet wet. Get into the business a little bit. Hit me up, man. There we go. That's kind of cool. Steve, buddy, thank you so much for sending that out.
Well, that was something I had not seen before.
Very neat, man. I'll give that a retweet.
No, it made me hungry.
Very, very neat. Okay.
You know where he keeps them? Where?
But now, everyone, it is time for this matchup. Swinger versus Ryan. Who do you guys think is going to win this matchup? Wait, what the hell is Joey Ryan doing? Is he oiling up?
What, you don't use baby oil?
He can't do this before.
Oh, Joey Ryan oiling up before the matchup. Oh, my God, he's going to be so oily. Those hands, man. Just dropping it right there. Look at the oil. And then he's going to oil right on the penis. Yep, that's a thing Conman just said.
Do you think he warms it up first? Because it'd be pretty cold, wouldn't it?
He probably keeps it in his hand, right? And gets it warm.
What does he keep in his hand?
His baby oil.
Oh, okay.
All right. Again, guys, who do you think is going to win? Type 1 for Joey Ryan, type 2 for Johnny Swinger.
And there you go.
What did he say?
Dennis Manson says, it's crap like these two why Impact struggles to stay alive.
I believe that this is the same referee that was forced to touch it this past Friday at Bash at the Brewery Part 2.
I mean, let's say this much. Joey Ryan has a following of his own. What are we to say what does get over and what can't get over? For a small segment on the show, you know, like if this is a small segment of the show, then it might be good. Joey Ryan's a good wrestler, and I think that's a thing that a lot of people kind of overlook. His gimmick is so outrageous, so outlandish that a lot of people just discredit his in-ring ability right away. Now, Joey Ryan's a good wrestler. His gimmick is trying to get you to touch his penis, which is just a little on the rapey side. But you know, other than that, he's a good wrestler. He's a fine wrestler. He's not my particular cup of tea for a wrestler, but other people enjoy his stuff, right? Other people enjoy it, and if other people enjoy it, then there's nothing I can say. I will say the dick flip is funny, but
Swinger is not going to put up
other than that,
with any of the touching.
Who do I think are the best Who do you think are the 1-2 best active wrestlers in the world today? Wow, putting me on the spot. Best active wrestlers in the world today.
Is Swinger is he gonna touch it?
He might. To show he's
Why
not
is
afraid.
why are you willing, why are you trying, oh, a straight right hand to the face of Joey Ryan. Johnny Swinger looked like he was going to touch the penis of Joey. I still can't believe I'm saying this. Back elbow there from Joey Ryan.
And atomic drop.
Oh, atomic drop right there.
Yes. His leg touched it.
Oh, my God. I can't believe he got his penis over.
Johnny Swinger trying to take advantage.
So I just want to
Ryan Armstrong says, too bad Lucha Underground is no longer a wrestling promotion. See, what Lucha Underground was doing, just trying to push boundaries a little bit, making it more like a movie show, a movie/TV show with good editing and a little bit of cinematography, right? Like, it was a cool attempt at a show. It was mismanaged as hell. And I think that was where the issues lied. It was mismanaged as hell, but it was fun to watch. If Impact Wrestling can tap into a little bit of that market there as well, that would be big for them. That Lucha Underground style of recording the backstage segments. I mean, because they already got backstage segments recorded. Why not try to market it a little bit like Lucha Underground? It'd be really cool if Impact Wrestling, if they wanted to make a big splash, if they changed their arena a little bit more. I like the way that they film towards the entrance ramp, and I like the way that the entrance ramp lines right up with the ring. But it feels like there could be something else just to separate them. I'm not exactly sure what it is. If it's a different style of announce table where the announce table is located. I don't know, but there could be one more thing that would make Impact Wrestling stand out, and I just don't exactly know what it is.
How was that?
It was great. Texas Live was
It really was, Cobretti, and if Impact Wrestling could incorporate something like that, that would be amazing. Are we at Hard to Kill right now? We truly are. Oh, these are just dark matches from Hard to Kill. Ah. Okay, folks. Okay, I understand what's going on now. We're watching a very pre-taped thing. This is the dark matches on Impact Hard to Kill. That's what all the matches are here tonight. Okay, that makes more sense because they got the Hard to Kill turnbuckles in the corner.
What were you thinking?
I don't know, I don't know, I'm not a...
Conman Zion Raishon is in timeout mode. Okay, well, he can wait 300 seconds. It's not too long. It's not a big deal, guys. If you ever get put in timeout, please don't take it personally. Alright? Sometimes you just need to be timed out. Sometimes either you're getting too worked up in the chat, or there's too much going on, or you're spamming for some reason, or you've pissed some people off, right? Don't worry about it. You get timed out. Just take those 300 seconds, recover, regroup. Oh!
He's going to concuss himself.
He didn't realize. Swinger forgot. It's not often you're in the ring with a man who has a...
Did Swinger just headbutted Ryan's penis, and Joey Ryan's penis somehow hit him harder back? Well, that is what it is. Unbroken says, when they first started on TV, Impact, the filming was a little bit different with a little better. They changed something in the last few months. It seems like they made the crowd darker. The crowd is definitely dark. Yeah, the lights aren't there on the crowd. I don't think they want the crowd to be illuminated, to be 100% honest. Johnny Swinger trying to cheat to win, but he can't get the pinfall right there on Joey Ryan. He kicks out at 2.5.
Hit him.
That referee begging. He's like, no, no, please, no.
Swing time, baby.
Oh, no. Good old dick touch. Uh-oh. Oh, he's touching the penis of Joey Ryan. Oh, dick flip delivered. But the referee was taken out. Count of 1, count of 2, count of 3. But the referee was down for all 3 counts. And Joey Ryan would have won, but Johnny Swinger, man. The Swinger stays alive. If this is a PG show, then man. But uh-oh. Low blow. Oh, but he hurts his arm. Joey Ryan pulls out that dirty lollipop right in the mouth of Joey Swinger. Cover 2. I know I said Joey Swinger. That's not his name. Johnny Swinger. But Joey Ryan picks up the win. Wow, what a match. It does nothing for me. It's okay. Again, I'm not going to sit here and be judging not independent. I'm not going to be sitting here judging wrestling companies that have to fill out shows and they have to sell tickets to stay alive, right? Joey Ryan has a following. Joey Ryan has a fan base. People will pay money to go see Joey Ryan, so I totally understand the need for Impact to keep booking him. He's a good wrestler. His gimmick is so outlandish and is not necessarily something that I truly enjoy watching every single time I see him in the ring. But it's a 15-minute segment, and then we move past it, right? I'm not going to judge companies who have to make money. If you're not WWE, right? Let's say this. If you're not WWE, where you have the best of the best of the best of the best of the best talent in the world, if you're not WWE, you can get away with having some segments that are mediocre. You can get away with having some characters that are stupid and just appeal to a certain audience. You know, you can have those things because you gotta sell tickets, because you gotta sell out your arena, and you gotta find a way to get people into your show, and you can't be judging what sells tickets and what doesn't, right? If Joey Ryan can sell tickets and put asses in the seats, then he deserves to be there. It may not be something that I personally enjoy watching. I didn't enjoy his stuff with the Druid penises at whatever it was, the first show that quote-unquote All Elite put together. It wasn't All Elite Wrestling. It was the New Japan kind of crossover show with them. But anyways, you guys know the show that I'm talking about. I forget the actual name of the pay-per-view. Yeah, I didn't enjoy it then, and I probably won't enjoy it in the future, but it is what it is, right? Dennis Manson says, time to watch something more exciting. I think I'll watch the Weather Channel. Well, I mean, dude, this show overall has been fine. Just that last match, it may not be your cup of tea. We're moving on to the next segment. All in, thank you.
How amazing is it now? The Taya Valkyrie has been
Randy Palace says, Conman, got to disagree. I think New Japan Pro Wrestling have better wrestlers than WWE. That's fine if that's your opinion. It's not true, I'm sorry to say. WWE does have the best wrestlers on the world, and it's not even comparable. Even a lot of the undercard talent. Because when you think about this, okay, all I have to say is when you leave WWE, you make more money on the indies. Just because the WWE tag, just because more people have seen you, right? I know that doesn't equivalent to being the best superstar in the world, and there is definitely people in New Japan Wrestling who are better than people in WWE, but overall, if you take the shows of New Japan, if you take AEW, if you take Impact, if you take Ring of Honor, if you take whatever, the best roster belongs to WWE. And it does. It just does. You know, that's where everybody wants to go for a reason, because it's the elite of the elite, the best of the best, and they do it so often, right? That's another thing that I think a lot of wrestling companies forget about, or not wrestling companies, sorry, wrestling fans forget about, is that WWE is on the road so often. They are performing so often. They don't have a lot of rest days. They don't have the ability to go week in between matches or a month in between matches all the time. There's usually they're on the road 4 times a week, wrestling sometimes 3 or 4 times a week, if not more. Right? It would wear out your body a little bit if you were wrestling that often, and I bet you have New Japan, I bet you have AEW, if any company wrestled as often as WWE superstars do, they would absolutely be overexposed and absolutely would struggle, you know? It's a heavy work schedule. But yeah, when it comes down to it, there's no company that is better superstar-wise than WWE. There might be superstars who belong there in other companies, but the best of the best do pretty much spend their time in WWE. There's a few superstars in AEW as well who would be top-tier stars in WWE. Anyways, I know that I'm rambling on a lot as we wait here for Tessa Blanchard's interview as they're recapping what happened here at Hard to Kill. This is definitely just a big recap show tonight. Hopefully next week is going to be a little bit better, a harder, faster, stronger show. We're going to roll a quick ad right now, but remember guys, if you're enjoying what it is that I do here, please consider dropping a little dono. It doesn't matter how much or how little, any little bit is appreciated, but also making sure you leave a like here on this video and making sure you are subscribed. That's the big deal. Make sure you guys do that. I still can't believe what we saw with RVD earlier tonight. That is one of the weirdest, funniest, craziest, creepiest segments I have seen.
And Tessa Blanchard wanted to fulfill her destiny in Dallas. Thumbs up, thumbs down to Sami Callihan, the buzzsaw DDT. And Tessa Blanchard was able to pin and defeat and vanquish.
Did he? Did he, Shane?
Once and for all.
Yo, really, eh? Ooh, that's kind of neat. That's kind of neat. Yo, that would be very, very cool.
She finally let herself feel the emotion. She broke down on
He
this
did
night
too.
At Hard to Kill, in the center of the ring, Tessa Blanchard could hardly believe that she became the Impact Wrestling world.
I gotta hear from you guys right now. Do you like that Tessa Blanchard's the Impact Women's Champion, or do you not? Yes or no in the chat right now. Let me know. But Tessa Blanchard is about to speak, I think. The new Impact champ.
Impact Wrestling, the post-match celebration of Tessa Blanchard. We take you back to the Bomb Factory in Dallas. And later tonight, we sit down with the new world's champion, Tessa Blanchard.
Jamie Todd says, ever doing a live reaction for NWA Power? Potentially. The show looks good. NWA Power looks quite entertaining. I don't know if I'm quite ready to stream during the day on Tuesday quite yet. Maybe in the future, though. It definitely looks good. Casey Rose dropping 2. Thank you very much, my friend. Says, you're the best no matter what. Keep it up, Con. Thank you, Casey. I appreciate your kind words right there. Dalton still up in the air. Casey Rose says no. Hudson says yes, but no says yes. TJ Young says no. Sam Pibone says yes. Who else said some stuff here? Let's take a look. I think it's awesome following in China's footsteps. Okay. As long as she didn't bully or make any racist remarks, then I'm super hyped for Tessa's reign. Again, the bullying thing doesn't worry me as much as the racial slur incident. You know, that's the one that only concerns me. I know bullying, I know they're attitude issues, and bullying has no place in all this stuff, but at the end of the day, bullying is very also subjective, right? And you can grow as a person, and if that is the case, I'm okay. I can be understanding a little bit more of the bullying. Again, there's 2 different types of bullying. If there's bullying in every around the corner, you're a crap human being. If it's putting other people down, you know, on your way to try and make yourself a little bit better, maybe you were young at the time, maybe you just were a little full of yourself, maybe you thought you were better than you were, maybe you thought your shit don't stank, I don't know. To me, that's a little more understandable. But again, put it this way, I have had bad interactions with people on stream before, right? I have had rough interactions. I have cursed at people. I have told people to go where I want them to go or whatever, and I have said some rough stuff sometimes to some viewers, right? That has happened when people get mad, right? One thing I can promise that would never happen is I would never use a racial slur against anyone, especially a person of color, one that has such a derogatory meaning behind it, and the amount of hurt and suffrage and pain that is behind that word, it should never leave our mouths, right? That's just the cold hard truth of it. And so if that is what she said, right, that's not a character flaw. That is straight up just I don't know, am I saying the wrong things here? It is a character flaw, but it's not a character flaw that you can ignore, like, say, a little bit of bullying, right? That's a huge flaw to a person, and that says more than anything, right? It's just not good. You just don't do that. People who have tolerance and understanding inside of them do not say those type of things. Do not act that type of way with such hatred behind it, right? That's just how it is. You don't. Anyways, we're just moments away from returning to our final 30 minutes of Impact Wrestling. Colton Starman says, NWA Power is the best wrestling show, point blank. Interesting. Watch 3-4 episodes before you stream, though. It's easy to learn. It's amazing. And I mean amazing 1 hour. So when does NWA Power air from, guys? I know it's on Tuesdays during the day. Just curious, how much before Impact Wrestling is it on? Like, is it an hour or 2 before Impact, or is it like at 2 p.m.? I'm not entirely sure. I think Casey Rose dropped another $2 in there, by the way, and I think I missed it. Yes, I did. Casey says, and you'll like what I posted on Twitter. It's good. Well, Casey, thank you. Let me read it. Oh, that's so kind of you. Thank you, Casey. I'm glad that I can entertain you every single week, just like all of you guys in here who are spending your Tuesday night with me. 5 p.m., 6:05 p.m. Okay, you're going to have to give me your your time zones. Matthew says 7. I'm going to believe Matthew is a little more on the correct side. So does it just go NWA Power right before Impact Wrestling? I don't know. I'm in Eastern Standard Time. Here we go, though. Let's get back to Impact. Waleed says Central, and Waleed didn't give me a time. Cool. A13 Entertainment says 6:05 p.m. EST. Thank you, dude. So it's at 6:05 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Maybe. I mean, that makes it doable, you know? That makes it absolutely doable. It might be a thing we look into in the future, right?
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Impact Wrestling on Access TV. This four-way match courtesy of House of Hardcore at the historic 2300 Arena in South Philly. Ace Austin.
Oh, okay. So this match right here tonight is from a different place. Okay, so this match, this is a fatal four-way matchup. It's not filmed inside Impact. So yeah, this is really, really good to know for us in the future, folks. Impact Wrestling has a show after their pay-per-view that is not necessarily a main show, right? It certainly seems like this is a secondary show, one that doesn't really matter to them as they had to pre-record it, so yeah. Next week's Impact Wrestling should be a little bit more of their actual story-based telling story, whatever. Eli Band says, I'm like, watch AEW Dark. Well, a lot of people have me pegged as an AEW hater because I don't stream AEW Dark and because I don't stream AEW. And again, I'm going to reiterate, it has absolutely nothing to do with AEW and me not wanting to stream it. It has everything to do with the fact that it airs at the same time as NXT, and I don't have any interest in streaming their Dark show. You know what I mean? Yes, Matthew, but no, NWA Power is on YouTube. It absolutely is. King Cole says I have a ratings war with Daze. No, not at all. Daze is a good dude. I will say this much: I am a little surprised that he all of a sudden started streaming Impact Wrestling. But hey, you know what? More people, more eyes on Impact Wrestling. You can't discredit what Impact's doing. They got two of the big streamers streaming Impact Wrestling. That's pretty freaking good. Two of the big live reaction streamers are now streaming their show. I think that's great. That shows that they're doing something.
To get her thoughts on everything that went down this past Sunday in Moose.
Would I do an NWA pay-per-view? Well, again, guys, we're starting to stack up the amount of content that is here on this channel.
How do you deal with someone the size of
I don't know. It's tough to say.
Both men off the ropes now.
Oh, what a clothesline there, as both men go down.
And everybody's down in Philly. Eddie Edwards sporting a new haircut.
Colin Starman says AEW Dark is disappointing and I love Dynamite. Well, I think that's probably on par. I think that is definitely a good way to look at it. Simply put, it's not going to be as good as their main show. It's not going to be as good as Dynamite.
I wonder what the love interest of Ace Austin looks like.
So it makes sense that AEW Dark would just be a little bit of a lesser show. But this is a great thing right here. Critical Sting says, Impact is in a no F's given mode, and I'm not mad at it. It's what they need to do, right? I said this publicly on Twitter, and I'll say it again here. Impact Wrestling needed to take a swing, right? They had to pull the trigger on the title change for Tessa Blanchard, regardless of everything that it came out, right? They had to. They had almost no choice. They had nothing going for their company in terms of momentum, in terms of fans talking online, and in terms of fans wanting to watch their show. AEW completely wiped Impact essentially off the map, buried them. Ring of Honor grew, New Japan Pro Wrestling grew, but Impact got left behind. It seemed that Impact was so stagnant with their money issues, right, that and with all their ownership issues, that they just forgot to develop their show and saw everybody bypass them, saw literally every wrestling company that has traction pass by them. So it's good to see that they're getting some eyes back on them, right? And you know what? If me live streaming is one of those ways to get some eyes on them, you know, and they continue to have entertaining shows week in and week out, I'm okay with doing that. I'm okay showcasing this talented group of superstars, right? As long as they can tell a good story in the ring, and as long as they can hook my interest, they've got themselves a fan. No, I didn't, Eli Bands. I did not. Watch that. King Cole says, why do people complain about every move that WWE does? Simple, because they're the biggest company in the world, and everybody wants to pick apart every single thing that they do, right? The fact of the matter is fans are so wound up when watching wrestling, and this is me too, right? Every single fan gets so wound up watching wrestling that when you watch WWE, you sometimes forget that it can just be fun and relaxing and therapeutic to just take a breath and watch a good old wrestling show, you know, to not judge every single thing that happens. And that's what's kind of going on with Impact Wrestling, and I think that's why I'm enjoying it so much at this current moment, is because it just feels like a breath of fresh air. It just feels so therapeutic and relaxing to sit back and watch a wrestling show without really feeling the need to throw everything underneath the microscope. It's an enjoyable show, right? And I hope you guys are enjoying it as well. Marcus Ryan says, are you interested in the McGregor versus Cowboy fight this weekend? Yes, and I will be live streaming it, my friend. So we'll be live with the McGregor Cowboy fight. Once again, that is this Saturday. We'll be live with that. A13 Entertainment says, I watched the interview with David Benoit. Really gave me a new look at his dad, and I'd like to see where his career goes. Yeah. Put it this way. David Benoit has done absolutely nothing wrong, right? He has done absolutely nothing wrong. He did not commit the tragic double murder suicide that Chris Benoit did, right? That wasn't him. And if he wants to remember his dad for who he was, right, and not for the vile man that took away the life of 3 people at the very end, whoever that man was, because that wasn't Chris Benoit, right? That's not who Chris Benoit was. I understand, you know, I understand that he wants to keep the memory of his dad alive somehow. And I haven't even listened to the interview yet, and I can assume that this is kind of where it's going, right? He wants to keep the memory of his father, the elite in-ring worker, the former world champion, the beloved crippler. That was Chris Benoit, right? And I understand he will never be honored in the WWE Hall of Fame. I understand he will be annexed from wrestling for his entire life. Not David Benoit, sorry, Chris Benoit. But David Benoit did nothing wrong. Let him wrestle. I heard that he wants to wrestle under Chris Benoit Jr., and I don't know about that. I would think he should go underneath David Benoit. He is going to have his father's name follow him through his life, so carry the last name, carry it proud, but carry your own name at the same time, right? I'm going to have to listen to the interview, though, guys. I'm definitely going to have to listen to that interview. So he did have his gear made for Chris Benoit Jr. You know what? That is entirely his decision. Do I think that's probably the best decision? No, probably not. He probably should just wrestle underneath David Benoit, but I get it. Trying to remember your father for the man that he was, and not the final moments of his life, right? Of his life, and of course the lives that he took, right? You don't want to remember that man because that was not the man that he was. So I get it. I totally get it. Jared Alston says, at this point I want to watch AEW, but its matches are so sloppy. I don't know about sloppy. Is sloppy the word I would use for AEW matches? I mean, again, I have not watched a full episode of AEW. I've only watched stuff that is like popping up on Twitter. I haven't watched the full episode since like the 3rd week or the 4th week it was released, something like that. But it's still entertaining from what I've seen on Twitter. I wouldn't say the matches are sloppy. A13 Entertainment says David also says he has the last wrestling gear of Chris and would wear it in matches. All right.
South Philly, the X Division Championship on the line. It's Moose versus Falaba versus Eddie Edwards versus the champion.
Regardless, though, everybody, if you have not done so, make sure you leave a like on this video. Also, making sure you are subscribed to the channel. Nice little move there from Eddie Edwards. Down to the cover, count of 2, kick out.
As we mentioned before the break,
By Ace Austin.
Successfully defend his championship.
Ace Austin is one of those talents as well that you have to watch out for. He is going to be a superstar. I truly mean that. Like, I have called a lot of wrestling matches over the last 3.5 years when we're watching here, and well, we all watch it, right? But I've called a lot of them, and I've sat through, and I've definitely taken note of what it truly kind of takes to notice what a superstar looks like, right? Before they truly develop, right? What a star that is going to be successful looks like. And Ace Austin has almost everything that you would want from a mid-card superstar of the future, right? If you're talking about WWE looking for a superstar that has charisma, has this ability to make people hate him, but also could easily flip it into a babyface character, that is a character that WWE would be madly after. It is definitely a character AEW would be after. And Impact Wrestling has it at the current moment. Ace Austin. He's a very good talent. And I can't wait to see more of his stuff. His match versus Trey wasn't as show-stealing as I thought it was going to be. What a superplex from Moose delivered there. And now Ace Austin, this is what he does. Oh my God, what a senton there. Down to the cover, hooks the leg, count of 2, kick out by Moose. Eli Band says Ace Austin can be the new AJ Styles if he's used right. Well, I don't think there's going to be a next AJ Styles. I think he's going to be the first Ace Austin. Ace Austin. He's unique. He's something different. Right? If you watch Chris Benoit, it's a super sad interview. It's literally a tell-all interview, and he didn't hold back. I watched the middle part where he talks about everything. Okay, Colton, I will definitely make sure that I watch that interview. It's an interview that I think I need to see now. I did watch Chris Benoit, right? Like, this is... Oh my God, I just remember this. I remember the day I found out about Chris Benoit. Oh my God. Oh, how did I blank this out? How have I never talked about this story before? Holy crap. Okay, so take you back to the day where I was a kid, right? I was however old, right? And when did Chris Benoit die? Here we go. Benoit death. What was it? Okay, 2007. So June 24th, 2007, right? I would have been sitting there. It probably would have been after school, or school would have just ended. It's right kind of in that. I think it would have been just after school on a Monday, right? And or was it a Friday? Doesn't truly matter, does it? Anyways, I was planning to sit down and watch the continuation of the story of Vince McMahon and his on-screen death, right? I believe the week before the limo blew up, and then the next week Vince McMahon starts out the TV show. Now here's the thing. I was a kid. I was around like 6 p.m. so just 2 hours before Monday Night Raw would go on, or Friday Night SmackDown, or whatever the show was that they were set to air. I think it was Monday Night Raw. And I remember my mom coming down into our little den and saying, "You need to see this news right here. You watch wrestling, right?" I'm like, yeah. She's like, "This is real. Come look at this." And it was news on CTV News of the death of Chris Benoit. And I was like, oh my God, are you kidding? So I found out before the show, right? I found out, or was that the day after the news and I found out on the show? No. I found out before the show. Yeah. Found out before the show tuned in, saw Vince McMahon, because I remember I was sitting right in front of the TV just like waiting for 8 p.m. because I'm like, I got to see what's going on. How are they going to keep the show going? And then they didn't. It was all a memory show, a memorial show for Chris Benoit. Very, very sad. Oh my God. I forgot all about that, man. I was young too. That's 2007. I would have been in grade 7. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Cobretti says, I remember being in Anaheim, California on summer vacation and heard about Benoit's death on the radio. It's insane, man. It's insane. It happened as pay-per-view was happening on a Sunday night. So is that what... Okay, yeah, I think that's right. Yeah, now it's sounding very clear, yeah. But I can remember exactly sitting down and watching that episode and just being literally hands glued to the side of my head like, oh my God, this happened. He's gone. Oh, it was Marcus Ryan. It was literally like the week after or 2 weeks after, something like that. It was one of the following episodes from when Vince McMahon had his on-screen death. When that limo blew up, right? When Vince McMahon shut that door of the limo and it just went. Now, can I ask something? What was the purpose of that storyline? I honestly don't know. Does anybody remember what the purpose of that storyline was? Yeah, like I don't know where it was supposed to lead to. What was supposed to be the payoff? No idea. Eli Band says that Chris Benoit tribute was sad and they put on some good matches. Benoit died on the same day he was supposed to win the ECW title at Night of Champions. Yes! Oh my God, that's right. Yeah, because the stories were that people were calling him, right? And he wasn't picking up and he no-showed the event, and that was so unlike Benoit. That's what it was. Yeah. And then didn't they have to put another match on? Was that John Morrison? Is that how John Morrison became the champ? ECW champ? Was he too green at the time? I think that's what it was, right? Was that when John Morrison became the ECW champ? Morrison, ECW champion. When did he win? Title win. When was this? Was this Night of Champions? So yeah, it was John Morrison. Okay. Wow. So it was CM Punk versus John Morrison for the ECW championship. Is that correct? Or am I mistaken that?
I don't know.
Anyways.
Wow, but there's a guy who chops harder than Eddie Edwards.
Supposedly it was leading to the illegitimate son segment with Mr. Kennedy as far as I know. Oh, what? I kind of really, really wish that Mr. Kennedy could have been Vince McMahon's illegitimate son. It sucks that his whole career got derailed. Was it injury or was it Randy Orton? I can't remember. There's something along the lines of Randy Orton annexing him for being a quote-unquote unsafe worker or something like that. Yeah, I just really wish that storyline would have happened because I think Mr. Kennedy would have been massive. Yo, I wonder if they ever would have started getting him to say Mr. McMahon. You know, I bet you I can see Vince McMahon saying that. He's probably like, hey, you know what? I love this Mr. Kennedy gimmick that you got going on. I love the microphone being dropped down, but you know what would make it better? If you said my name, pal. God damn it, pal. Go out there and say my name. And then you become Mr. McMahon. That would have actually been a really fun direction for that story. I don't know what the blowing of the limo up has to do with it, but it would have been a fun story regardless. Ace Austin pulls him out of the ring. Fallah Bala just gets kicked right in the side of the head, and now Ace gonna look to float over top of Fallah Bala. What is he thinking? Ace Austin! Oh, whoa! Float over Blockbuster, delivered, count of 2. Fallah Bala falls victim to Ace Austin. Wow. Oh, Cobretti, that's not how you do it. This is how you do it. Mr. Conman. Conman. There you go. That's how you do it.
So Ace Austin comes to South Philly.
813 Entertainment says it was an injury that normally would have sidelined him for a year, but it wasn't as bad as it looked, and Kennedy was back in 2 months. Ah, damn. Okay. All right.
And the X Division Championship. Ladies and gentlemen,
Vince's limo explosion meaning the end of the Ruthless Aggression era. Is that kind of accurate, guys? Is that the final? Oh, here we go. It doesn't matter what we're talking about right now. Here's the whole reason we're here. After this.
Celebration for Tessa Blanchard and her family. Her mother, Courtney, her brother, her sisters, Tessa Blanchard celebrating with her family as the brand new Impact Wrestling World Champion. She went through an absolute war with Sami Callihan. She persevered. She ignored the noise. And there you see Impact Wrestling executives. Gail Kim, the first ever Knockouts champion. D'Lo Brown, Scott D'Amore, Willie Mack, Joey Ryan, Tommy Dreamer, Alicia Edwards, TJP, everyone clapping, everyone showing their respect. Daga for what Tessa Blanchard did. Brian Cage, the longtime friend of Tessa Blanchard. A proud, proud moment. A moment that we will remember for the rest of our lives. A moment that Tessa Blanchard shattered the glass ceiling. Ring announcer Jeffrey Scott and everyone in Dallas, Texas on their feet, celebrating with Tessa Blanchard, celebrating with the new face of the franchise. We say congratulations to her. Congratulations to what she did. Congratulations to what she accomplished. Eddie Edwards out there as well. Everyone clapping, cheering, celebrating along with the new World Champion.
All right, I want to hear this. I want to hear this sit-down interview.
Really? It was awesome. Tessa, look at me. I got tears in my eyes. We went through so much in the last 24 hours. We took it all out. You walked it away. And you went up there on the best professional wrestler in the world. I told you yesterday, you're going to inspire an entire generation. Male and female. You really think so? 100%.
And we are just moments away, ladies and gentlemen, from hearing for the first time since winning the World's Championship this past Sunday at Hard to Kill. Tessa Blanchard joins us live in Nashville, Tennessee on Impact Wrestling. Next.
Okay, real quick here. We got to look something up because I have just gotten some word from a person in the live chat right now that I don't know if it is accurate. So we're going to quickly take a look and see if this this stuff is true here. Tessa Blanchard. Come on, Twitter, work with me. Tessa Blanchard. Okay, here we go. Let's find out real quick. So, is this true? Oh, no, Jamie Todd, you silly goose. Just read something here. Let me make sure that you said this. No, that is not even true. So, Jamie Todd, here we go. Let me correct you right now. He says, I can confirm that January 24th Impact tapings Tessa Blanchard has been removed. Impact confirmed it on Twitter. Meanwhile, I'm reading a tweet right now that says, from Heavy Metal Wrestling, Tessa Blanchard has been removed from our scheduled event on January 24th, 2020. We take these allegations levied against her very seriously. An updated card will be released shortly. For refund information, please contact Heavy Metal Wrestling. Yeah, that wasn't Impact Wrestling, man. That was Heavy Metal Wrestling. Reading is your friend. I don't see anything else, though, regarding the 24th, like you mentioned, other than that right out there. So unless you can find me something else and prove your point some more, I'm going to say that that is false. Carnveer Singh says, hey, Conman, I got a new gift card for WWE Network for 3 months, and now I can see Raw, SmackDown, and Royal Rumble on 27th of January. So happy. My friend Conman167, I'm excited now. I get the WWE Network. That's amazing, my friend. Enjoy it. Watch all the content that you can. There's so much good stuff out there. I recommend the documentaries if you have not watched them yet. Not the new ones. Go back and watch some of the older ones as well. Like, the new ones are good, don't get me wrong, but the old ones are where it's at. The CM Punk documentary, the John Cena documentary, the Batista documentary, the Rock documentary, the Big Show documentary. All of those are amazing. So go check those out on the WWE Network if you have not done so already. No, Impact did nothing there, Eli Mans. Impact did nothing. It was just a confusing moment there. Somebody read something and thought it said something different. Ryan Armstrong says, I live in New York City. I might just go see Impact Wrestling Rebellion live. Dude, that would be a good show. Rebellion is going to be a big moment there. So the build now for Impact over the next little bit from Hard to Kill to Rebellion is a very important time for Impact Wrestling because they got this new champion in Tessa Blanchard with a lot of controversy around her, right? So it's sink or swim. Are they going to make it to Rebellion, or are they going to flounder before they get there? King Cole says Ace to WWE in 4 years. That's a decent timeline. How old even is Ace Austin? Let's take a look. Ace Austin age. Ace Austin is, he's only 22 years old. 4 years, man. WWE would be smart to scoop him up when his contract expires next, whenever that may be. I don't know. Wally, he just says, are you going to spin the draw on the Wednesday Night Bob stream or the NXT stream? During NXT, my friend. During NXT. We'll be live with that tomorrow at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and tomorrow during the day at 4:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we are live once again with Wednesday Night Bob from the Conman Universe. Yes, and I am doing the Conor McGregor fight this Saturday. All right. LOL, we need a Con reading is my best friend t-shirt. Gold. LOL, reading is your friend. It certainly is, right? That's another thing that I notice here on Twitter with wrestling Twitter. People tend to read the first half of the tweet and then the last line of the tweet and seem to guess what the middle information says, and 9 times out of 10 miss the middle information. And I've had so many times, like, people, you know what? Okay, I'll even take one step further back here. With my schedule on Twitter that I had pinned to the top of my Twitter profile, and I still have pinned to the top of my Twitter profile, literally said on January 6th, I return full time with these shows, right? I literally said I return on January 6th. One of the first comments I got is, when does this start? Question mark. I'm just like, it's right there. You just read. That's kind of one of the most frustrating things here, for sure. I would like to get back to Impact, but is this show over? Like, I mean, it's been a taped show this entire time. It's Tessa Blanchard sit-down interview. It can't be over yet. But I'm just looking at Melissa Santos reading those comments right now. Con, is it possible that Impact looked into the allegations and it turned up false? So that's why they put the title on Tessa. If the allegations were true, Sami would have retained. Well, hold up. That's not necessarily true, right? We don't know what Impact Wrestling knows. Is it possible that they had a, anyways, doesn't matter. Here, we're going back to Tessa Blanchard.
Impact Wrestling World Champion Tessa Blanchard. How are you feeling right now in this moment?
I am feeling just on top of the world.
Okay. Let's go back to Sunday. You versus Sami Callihan. This rivalry that you've had with OVE, seemingly lasting forever, culminates with you leaving as world champion. Did you ever think that you would get to this point?
You know, that's a tough question. For the past 8 months, OVE has been in my sight. Sami Callihan has been in my sight. And they've always had a trick up their sleeve. There's always been something. And I said before Hard to Kill that I knew exactly who I was stepping in the ring with Sami. And he didn't know exactly who he was stepping in the ring with me. So Sami saw a different side of me.
lot
when
of
he
people
didn't have his boys there to have his back, I came out on top. I became the first woman to be the Impact Wrestling World Champion.
We're going to talk about that and the barrier that you overcame, that the ceiling that you shattered by becoming world champion as a female. But let's stick with OVE for a second. I mean, Madman Fulton, Dave Christ, Jake Christ, Sammy's boys, as you put it, they have been a thorn in your side for so long. Do you finally feel
looks like they're just sticking
vanquished
with the normal
of these characters
storyline
in your life?
Not necessarily, because I know Sami has to be upset right now. He has to be feeling some sort of way. So I'm sure there'll be some sort of retaliation. But you know, my goal is to set goals that haven't been accomplished by females before. And I feel like I've done that. And now that I've accomplished something that so many people said was impossible, it's so clear to me what the next biggest task is. I'm going to be the hunted backstage now. I am the face of the company. I am the world champion.
With that being said, how do you feel in this position? How do you feel as the one with the target on your back now?
I feel like none of this is happening by accident. It was always supposed to happen this way.
That's a line
It feels
right
good.
there. Wow.
It feels right.
I said this on Sunday. I'll say it again today. At this point in time, you are the best third-generation wrestler in the world today. And we use that word when we talk about Tessa Blanchard, wrestler, not female wrestler, male wrestler. It's just wrestler. Is that how you see yourself?
You know, Josh, I've always believed in myself. I believe in myself with everything that I have. And, you know, yeah, I see myself as a wrestler. I'll wrestle the girls. I'll wrestle the guys. It's not just...
Attention, 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 please. This is a test of the emergency broadcast system. Screw it. At this point, it's a full-blown state of emergency. Well, you guys just sit there kissing each other's asses, the draw's been thinking. For the last 48 hours, all I've heard about is history. Tessa Blanchard has made history how Impact Wrestling has made history. Nah. I am the only history maker here in Impact Wrestling. History? History was a little over 2.5 years ago when I showed up at Impact Wrestling unannounced, reached into its dead carcass, and pumped blood into its cold, dead heart with my own 2 hands. History was me taking Impact Wrestling where it's never been before. Bringing it to Access Television, putting it on my back, and taking my rightful spot as Impact World Champion. Congratulations. Congratulations, Tessa. You and Impact Wrestling Management finally got what you wanted. You got Tessa Blanchard as the face of your company. You got Tessa Blanchard as Impact World Champion. But here's the thing. Tessa Blanchard might be the champion you want, but Sami Callihan is the champion that everybody needs. Wow. So Tessa, I hope you keep one eye open at all times, because I'll never stop. I'll never quit coming. I am going to come at you with everything I got.
Sami, you are such a coward.
Sure.
This is over, okay? You had your shot. This is over. Any place, anywhere. Let's go.
Oh, really? Really, Tessa? Any place, anywhere. Any place, anywhere. Well, Tessa, I ain't hard to find.
Oh.
You son.
Where is he?
Sami!
Uh-oh.
Sami!
I think I saw that door open from behind. She's
Sami!
struggling in those heels, not gonna lie. Where's Sami?
Yep.
Oh.
You did it. You found me. Tessa. Tessa. Did you really think I'd make it that easy? Any place, anywhere. Any place I want. And anywhere I decide. Because here's the thing. You won't know when. You won't know where.
There you go, everyone. That is the end of Impact Wrestling here today. That is the end of the Tessa Blanchard sit-down interview. Nothing addressed whatsoever. Not a single thing was really said. I know people say that this is pre-recorded and all that, and it might very well have been pre-recorded before all this stuff came out. It looks like Impact Wrestling is really hoping that they can just sweep everything underneath the rug. Not sure if that's the best route of attack. Maybe next week, with it being a live show, not a pre-recorded show, there's going to be more there. I don't know. I hope there's more that they will mention in the future. But regardless, guys, that is going to bring us to the end of the show here today. I really hope you guys enjoyed our live stream. If you did, make sure you leave a like on this video. Also making sure you are subscribed to this channel and you come on over to Conman Reacts and you drop a subscription over there. We'll be uploading my reaction to RVD's weird thing that he did earlier, and then probably Tessa Blanchard's sit-down interview. But that's it, guys. Thank you so very much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed. Again, I'll be live tomorrow at 4:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time with Wednesday Night Bob, and then again at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time with NXT. Until then, everybody, take care. Have yourself a wonderful night. I've been Con, and that was Impact Wrestling, January 14th, 2020.